Guess what I got? Guess where I didn't get her from? Target. If you guys have been following all of the information and news concerning the Aaliyah Barbie doll that is very highly sought after right now, she is absolutely sold out on Mattel Creations website. Her drop happened on the 16th of January, and within 20 to 30 minutes, gone. Completely gone. And that's where I purchased my doll from. Now, that being said, I have been following all of the information available on the internet about where else this public release of the doll was going to be happening at. And much like many of us have been saying for the longest about Mattel, they on some bullshit, they be lying, and they got us over here crazy thinking that Target was gonna release this doll on the 26th, which is today. Bro, like, I look crazy right now. Like, I'm all like swollen and just like tired because I didn't go to sleep. I've been up all night long. I already have insomnia to begin with, so I had a reason to just be up. And I'm like tracking Target's website. Some of you guys saw my post that I made early in the morning about how I'd been up all night long looking at Target's website, and they went from saying in my local area, limited stock available once it hit like midnight, to within hours, suddenly it switched to out of stock. And like all the locations around me, all out of stock. So I'm sitting here like, how you out of stock but the store ain't even open yet? Like, what are you talking about? Listen, man, I worked at Walmart. I worked at Target. I ran a sneaker store for years. I'm a retail person, okay? That's not how that works. How the hell you sold out of something when there's no registers open? Like, it doesn't make no damn sense. That's for one. And then for two, somebody over here on my channel suggested that it might have been because of pre-orders that they got during the 16th release. Basically had to like fill them, so that's why it might have said that it was out of stock. But that's another thing. Confused. I don't know about that, because if you paid for something already, then the system should now remove this thing from your inventory because it's already been paid for. I don't know if I would consider this thing even in limited quantities in stock if someone already paid for it and I have to count from my inventory in the store to consider that item like gone, I guess. As soon as it comes in off the truck and you scan it, automatically it should already be removed from the system because someone already paid for that and they're coming to pick it up. That's just me and my weird logic, math. Oh, that doesn't make any sense, I know. It just seems weird to me. Then the other part of it, let's say that that is what it was, right? And they were just all automatically out of stock because every doll they got was accounted for when it comes to pre-orders. Now my question is, how many pieces was each store going to even get for that to happen? Because from what I'm reading on Reddit, Reddit is popping off right now. Just like so many threads open, people talking about how ridiculous it was trying to figure out how to get this doll. Some people were able to get her at Target, and the way that they got her, the BS, you guys. This is insane. This is totally insane. If the store sold out of these dolls that quickly, and they're supposed to be black label dolls. Black label means there's no limit of quantities. They're just like, like this. They just like mass produce them. It's just a whole bunch of them, right? No limited quantities. A lot of these stores were supposed to be putting the Aaliyah doll on their Black History Month display. Give me a break. If that's the case, you about to start a whole display in your store for Black History Month with one doll in the entire store on the launch of your Black History Month display? Like, can y'all please make this make sense? It don't make no type of sense, okay? What is Mattel doing? I don't blame Target. I blame Mattel. It's always Mattel. Always. What are y'all even doing? Like, there was a myth back in the day when I was heavy duty making videos. Y'all know one of the selling points for me with my dolls that I add to my collection is diversity, right? So we used to talk about this topic a lot over here, and I had theorized that Mattel, because we were like, why don't you guys give us these dolls in these different skin tones that we're asking you for? And Mattel tried to claim that black dolls don't sell as well as white dolls. So I said, that's bullshit. If you give us the dolls, we gonna buy them. If you don't produce the dolls, then how are we supposed to know? Like, if you have a batch of dolls coming to a store and you send them 20 white dolls and 5 black dolls, of course it's gonna look like less black dolls sell than white dolls. You didn't give them 20 black dolls. Like, make it fair, you know what I mean? It just didn't make any kind of sense. And I used to say, that's ridiculous. These companies, they don't want the black dolls to outsell the white dolls. They don't want the black people to feel like they're being empowered because we're being represented properly. That's all. It's just a narrative that it's not just these companies, it's this country. It's been like this here in the United States for years and years and years. Now, after the wokeity woke train left the station, everybody started being up in arms, at least on social media, about rainbow representation, female representation, trans representation, body type representation. All these people started coming out the woodworks, not just obscure weirdos like me, pointing fingers and saying, this don't look right. Once that started happening, once the media started to run this narrative that there's not enough representation for all people, that's when Mattel was like, ooh, body types, ooh, we're gonna make them into 100 million skin tones, to the point where now we can't even match our made-to-move dolls to different skin tones because there's so many variants in the skin tone shades all in between each other. Like, you gotta be doing like some kind of magic trick in order to figure out which head is gonna match which body when we do swaps. Am I bugging? Like, I swear sometimes I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone. I know I'm not the only person who remembers this. What is going on? Y'all, listen, I know I've been MIA. I've taken a huge hiatus from my channel for quite a long time. I know this, okay? But my memory is still intact. This was a big thing that we were talking about back when I was heavily making videos, and a lot of people were telling me, you're reaching. That's not true. That's not happening. Really? Mattel, prove me wrong. Just prove me wrong. That's all you gotta do. It's very strange. They are treating this doll with Target like they're treating the rare Chase Midge from this Barbie Deluxe style Deluxe Barbie line. But this is the difference. At least with Midge, they were not being misleading, and we just found out randomly that she was gonna be so hard to get. No, they prepared us. They told us, you gonna have to chase this doll down. Random stores are gonna get 2 tops. Good luck, buddy. They let us know what we had coming so you could mentally prepare yourself for how ridiculous it was going to be to find this doll. And if you did actually find her, then, you know, cherish the moment of your life. They didn't do that with this doll. They over here misleading people, got us saying, oh, if you just wait until the end of the month, go check Target. This whole list of places that they told Good Morning America that they were going to have the dolls at. What are y'all doing? Mattel, what is you doing? Carlisle, you won't let them do your doll like this? Carlisle, don't let them do your doll like this. Talk to your bosses. This is outrageous, ridiculous, insane. It's insulting. It's insulting. As a doll collector, like, Mattel, what are you guys doing? People are irate. When I'm on Reddit looking at these forums and people talking amongst themselves, there's so many collectors in there that are like, one, I refuse. I'm not about to pay no scalper prices for these dolls. And the more we support the scalpers, the more they go running around trying to scalp us. That's for one. Some of the people were saying this type of stuff happening makes doll collecting so daunting for them and stressful. And this is not a hobby that we engage in to stress ourselves out. We're doing this hobby because it actually relaxes us, because it makes us feel happier. It should be fun. These people were talking about how, like, it's too much stress. I gotta do all of this to get a hold of a doll that's obviously gonna be super popular. Like, I could see if it was like an obscure doll that you and like a cult following of people might like. So it's a little bit harder to find because it's not something that is widely people's cups of tea, if that makes sense. But you knew the hype behind this doll was going to be insane. Like, I feel like the scalpers knew even before we knew the dolls existed. They already had the dolls before we had even heard about them. That ain't right. How come the scalpers are more on top of doll collecting news than we are? Is it us? Do we need to do better as a collective, guys? What is going on? Y'all, I don't even know what to think right now. Listen, despite being up all night long and getting ready to hit them store shelves to see what was going on, I'm glad I didn't, because the people who I see in the Reddit threads talking about how difficult it was for them to find this doll, even the people who actually did get her, because some people did, you cannot order this doll online. So if that's what you were waiting for, which many of us were, just right out the window. You had to go into the stores to find this doll because they were hiding her. She wasn't even out on the shelves because a lot of the Target branches have a 1 doll per customer limit, apparently, that nobody knew about. If you walked into the store looking for this doll and they just happened to have some stash in the back, which tops maybe was 4 pieces in that store, y'all, the employees would go to the back, bring one out, only sell one to each customer who was looking for her. People were saying there were lines outside of the store before the store opened. When have you even heard of people standing in lines for a doll? Like, huh? Some of you guys are more hardcore doll heads than I am. Tell me in the comments, what is the most recent doll drop that happened where people were standing in line trying to get a hold of the doll, okay? Scalpers were proudly standing in the line, bragging about how many hundreds of dollars they already made with their previous stash of dolls that they acquired. I know whoever that collector was like, ooh, I want to punch you in the face right now. Like, I know they was mad listening to them. Oh my gosh, the audacity, you guys. People said that in the store they went to, only one doll was available in the back. And then when the employee brought the doll out, there was like 2 or 3 people behind them that was like, oh, can I have one too? And they were like, sorry, that was the last one, first come, first serve. And they were just heartbroken, right? It is too much. Then I heard people saying that some stores have a Black History Month display. There's a whole label on the shelf for the doll. But when you go to the shelf, it's either empty or there's only one doll there. And that one doll is the only doll that the store got. Huh? Like, how you doing business like this? How? This is a product, Mattel. It's not gold treasure. Like, it's a product y'all made to make money off of. What are y'all doing? It's just so bizarre. Some of the people who are looking for this doll are not actual doll collectors. Some of them are straight up and down just R&B heads, hip-hop heads that love Aaliyah, the singer, and they just want a piece of her in their house. Like, they just want a representation of her to bring back memories of back when we were listening to her music, you know? These people are heartbroken because if you're not part of the doll community, a lot of the people who found out about this doll didn't even know she existed until after the launch on the 16th, which was already sold out, and the news media started covering, oh, Aaliyah doll already sold out. Mattel makes doll in honor of deceased R&B princess Aaliyah. Then people were like, wait, what? Huh? What happened? This is the most insane thing I have witnessed in all my years of doll collecting. I don't believe the mess of this launch. Now, I did have some people in my comments that said they either used to work for Mattel or they have family members that worked at Mattel, and that a couple of things might be going on. One is that they do plan to mass release the doll later, maybe during February, during the actual Black History Month, when they probably assume that more people are gonna be like, you know, ready to go and celebrate, whatever that means. That's crazy. For Black History Month, come out and spend money. Like, what? They said that it could be that they just basically trying to drum up all this hype over the doll during this early launch and make it very scarce, very difficult for people to get a hold of, so that they can absolutely make sure that every single doll flies off the shelves when they do a proper release of the doll. Possibly they might be trying to hike the prices up. So it might be that having this anxiety of, oh my gosh, the eBay sellers are selling them for 3 times the price. When Mattel themselves sell the doll for $100 later, nobody will even think anything of it. They'll just buy the doll. And please, when I'm saying this, I know you Mattel reachers be listening to what I say and be like, why would they do that? Don't even do it, because I will respond to you, okay? I will respond to you in the comments. This is a company, all right? Their first and foremost priority is money, making money, okay? This is why I'm sitting here saying, what are y'all doing? Y'all don't want to make money? Not because I'm like, you guys don't care about our feelings. This has nothing to do with anyone's feelings from the sense of Mattel. They don't care about our feelings. They want our money in their bank accounts. Hello? And as a business, if I can charge you more money for something, that's what I'm gonna do. But as we learned with the Maeve Riley doll, that didn't go so well. When they tried to flip-flop the prices last minute on people, everybody was calling them out. People boycotted the doll. Influencers like me, I didn't, but people like me made whole videos discouraging people from going and buying this doll for the principle of the matter. It was a whole fiasco. Like, y'all need to understand your power as consumers. As a collective, we're very powerful. But does the company want you to believe? The hell to the no. They want the leverage. They want the advantage. They trying to get in our pockets. So when I say these things, don't get triggered and be like, but my beloved Mattel would never do this. Just listen. You don't gotta believe me. Just listen to the theory, okay? It's a theory. Then you won't get so upset when you hear people just telling you a theory. Now, some of you guys in the comments gave me this theory that it's possible that this could be something that Mattel is doing. Again, this is coming from people who worked for Mattel or have people that worked at Mattel a little bit more insight than us laymen. would have. And as someone who worked in retail myself, y'all, I was a manager at a sneaker store. We knew what Jordans were gonna come out way before the Jordans were gonna come out because we have to order them so that we have them in stock for the launch date. Hello. And as an insider, my baby dad at the time, not my husband Adonis, but my son Ginu's dad, he's a huge Jordan fan, and he loved Jordan sneakers. Like, talk about collections. This man, he is a Jordan shoe collector, okay? Having a girlfriend that works at a store that sells Jordans, that's like a whole inside scoop. You think I wasn't saving his size and sneakers so he could buy them? Yes, I was. Yes, I was. And my bosses let me do it. Are you supposed to do that? Probably not. I don't think if Nike knew that she was letting us do that, they probably would have had a problem with it. But yes, I was. Now, could he get the shoes before launch date? No, I couldn't go that far. But when people would come in the store asking for his size, oops, sold out this morning. How did it already, the store just opened? The store just opened. I'd have to make up a story. Oh, it sold to a customer in another state at our other branch, so we have to save it for that person. It wasn't a total lie because my baby daddy lived in another state and he did pay for the shoe already. But that's not the point. The point is, are you supposed to do that? Probably not. That's what I'm saying. So don't put it past people to look out for themselves when it's time to look out for themselves. And they have the opportunity to do that. And it's not just with the sneakers, y'all. All the other retail stores that I worked at, this was very commonplace. In fact, I used to work at what do you call those places? A food pantry where they would get donations for the community. That stuff is supposed to be for the community, but you better believe it. The employees had first dibs on everything. If things came into that place that the employees wanted, management didn't have a problem letting them take it. This is real. This is real life. It's not TV, okay? It's not fair, but that's why we always be saying, life ain't fair. The scalpers got up early in the morning and went and stood in line to go and get this doll, whereas people like me who are actual doll collectors, I couldn't be bothered. When I saw the listing said out of stock online, I was like, no, I'm about to waste my gas to go over here. And it's so many people that are like, I'm not about to take time off work because the launch is happening within this tiny little window. I ain't about to get fired from my job over a doll. The scalpers, they don't care. They will do what they need to do, okay? That is their job. You understand what I'm trying to say? Let's not put it past these people to do weird stuff that we end up having to suffer the consequences of their strange actions, right? Then I also had some people saying that it's possible that this public release is the end of it, and that there's gonna be no more dolls, and they just did it like this just to like create all this buzz about the company, make everyone feel like they missed out on something, yada yada yada. That's possible too, although I don't see what the benefit is for Mattel for doing this. Like, why would you do this? Now, according to my husband, who is a major conspiracy theorist, he said, I think they did this to mess with y'all emotions. This is like emotional abuse almost. They did it to be like, look what we can do. Look what we could give you if you really wanted to. Just basically snatched away the opportunity so they could laugh and be like, haha, you thought you was gonna get it, but you ain't. And you're still gonna come and buy more of our products, haha. Like, that's what he thinks Mattel is on, which is diabolical. But I don't put it past nobody to be on it like that, especially when we're very critical of Mattel. Y'all, some of the things I be hearing in these forums on the Mattel Creations website, people are bold. People be saying all kinds of stuff directed at Mattel. You know, they'll be like, so for example, there's this new 45th anniversary Black Barbie that's supposed to be dropping on Mattel's website in a couple of days for members only access, right? But many of you guys know, right here on YouTube, people have actually found this doll at their local Targets, already reviewing the doll, and Mattel did not send it to them because they're influencers so that they can review them. I see people in the forums on the actual thread that was open for a discussion on this doll to kind of like, you know, drum up the hype for the doll before the drop. People are in there just going in saying, that's weird, Mattel. Y'all got us over here waiting for a doll to be released so we can order her when people already walked into local Target stores and bought her up off the shelves. Why y'all doing that? Why did you guys give it to the Target store so early if you're gonna make us wait from the direct source and you acting like it's so exclusive? Like, what the hell is you talking about? People are just calling Mattel out. You think the people at Mattel don't read these conversations? Yes, they do. And they're people at the end of the day. Yes, you're a corporation. You're there to make money as the corporation entity, but people work there. I wouldn't put it past people to be like, oh yeah, that's what y'all think? Oh word, y'all just gonna come in here and try to diss us like this? And do things like this. Just just to show you who really has the power. You understand what I mean? So like I said, as consumers, we do have more power than we realize we do. I know I can't tell you guys what to do with your money, but in the name of dolling everywhere, please, if you can, refrain from buying these dolls from crazy, exorbitant, lunatic eBay resellers for now. Like, y'all, if you don't go rushing to eBay to buy this doll for $200, I promise you there's still gonna be listings a month from now for that same doll for $200. You're not losing anything because you don't rush over there to buy it. That's what I'm trying to say, right? It's still gonna be the same $200. They're not gonna fly off the eBay reseller shelves at those prices. Give it some time. Black History Month is coming up. Like, this is my last hope that these guys are just effing with us and they really are just trying to drum up hype for a massive launch, and they're just keeping it quiet because if we knew that the dolls were coming, the hype would die down. Everybody would just be like, oh, relax. They're gonna give us a doll next month. So they're just being quiet about it. Again, this is a theory, okay? I don't know for sure, but I'm hoping. I'm an intelligent person. I gotta rely on my intelligence. Just like I did when many of you suggested to me when I made the first video talking about Aaliyah, saying I'm having a whole nervous breakdown over here because I don't want to miss out on this doll. They're being so hush-hush about it. And now I'm seeing that the members only ordering window has opened and I'm not a member. Like, is it worth it to even bother joining the cult of Club 59? Or should I just wait until the public release and try to get this doll? Hopefully, maybe she'll show up on Amazon. At the time when I made that video, we had no confirmation that Amazon was or wasn't gonna get this doll. Too many of you guys in the comments had said to me, girl, if I was you, I would just get the membership and not even worry about it because it's not worth the headache. It's not worth the stress. And y'all know better than me because you've dealt with this type of thing before. I'm not a member, so I don't know. So that's why I came and asked you guys and I listened. My emotions was like, girl, just wait for Amazon because who wanna even deal with Mattel? But my intelligence said, these ladies know what they talk about. These young men know what they is talking about. Don't be hard-headed. Don't try to stick to your guns on this. Just go and get the membership. At least if you missed the doll with a membership, you know they was really on some BS, right? And some of us did. Some of us had memberships and we still missed out. That's just the way I think. I gotta think with my logic. I can't think with my emotions because that has never served me in my entire life. I'm almost 40. Never in my entire life have I made an emotional decision and it didn't backfire on me. So you gotta learn your lesson somewhere, right? Please do not buy this doll from eBay sellers because it's not just about her. It's about all of the dolls that the eBay sellers keep scalping on us. It's an epidemic. It gives them too much incentive to continually do this. I've seen people even in the Reddit forums that were like, guess I'm stuck having to get her from eBay, from the weirdos. In that same comment where she said, I'm gonna get it from the eBay sellers, she also said, I hate eBay sellers. Why do they do this to us? Y'all, they just trying to get their money. They just trying to hustle up their cash. You can't even be mad at them because at the end of the day, rent is like $3,000 a month. People are trying to pay their bills and feed their kids. Whatever way they gotta do it, they gotta do it. It's like, I'd rather sell some dolls on eBay for $200 a piece than crack cocaine. I get it from everybody's standpoint, right? But at the same time, just as a collective, if a drastic amount of us make a conscious decision to not buy from these resellers, it's less incentive for them to resell. It's nothing wrong with reselling, but it's like, you're doing too much. You don't need to sell the doll at 3 times the price. You can make a profit selling her even at double the price. Like, that's so crazy, but I can understand. You feel me? It's a hot topic doll. Everybody's looking for her, and it's rare. Nobody can find her. I get it. But 3 times? Really? You just gotta do that? Okay. Shame on these people. Literally in real time, these conversations have popped up overnight. When I'm hearing the stories of how people actually acquired her, none of them said, I went in the store to the Barbie aisle, there was 10 of them sitting on the shelf, and that's how I found it. No, it was like hoops and loops and loopity doops and hula hoops that they had to jump through to get to the doll. They had to go on scavenger hunts inside the store to get to the doll. Some of the employees didn't even know what they was talking about. They had to have them scan the barcodes so they could find them in the back. And there was only one inside of a box that wasn't even open yet that they had to pull her out of the shippers. What the hell is happening? I swear to God, I swear, I think I'm in the Twilight Zone. Like, what other explanation is there for this? From a business standpoint, tell me this makes sense. I know some of you guys collect dolls, and some of you guys are Aaliyah fans. Business people who work in retail. Can you make this make sense for us, please? I don't believe it, but it's happening, so I gotta believe it. It's happening. Oh, I'm so disappointed. I don't want to end this video on a negative note. You don't have to agree with a damn thing I said. Tell me about it in the comment section. I'm gonna respond to you. Don't think because y'all try to critique my standpoint on things, that's gonna sway me. I've been doing this too long and had too many experiences to back up what I'm saying, so that's not gonna change. My opinion is my opinion, like your opinion is your opinion. But I do like to hear people's perceptions on why they think what they think. You just gotta come at me with some logic is all I'm saying. Like some people that gave me their theories, it was too logical. You know, even when I was like, I wouldn't do that, but I could see why somebody would do that. And it made sense. But if you just coming at me like, Mattel loves their customers, they wanna hug us. They would never turn down a hug from us fans. I'm like, bruh, do you know how business works? You think Walmart likes us? You think Amazon likes us? No, they don't. No, they don't. They don't care. They care about the money. Like, for example, like Adonis pointed out to me, we have been barking at Mattel for the longest about body types. We have been barking for the longest saying Barbie's too skinny. Like, why can't we have some voluptuous thicky chicks, right? They ignored us for the longest. Soon as Lamely hit the shelves, the talk of Lamely started. When the rumors of Lamely, the hype over Lamely started, now here we go with the doll evolves. Everybody forgot about Lamely because they was running over to Mattel to go find not just one body type, but 3 new ones. Huh? What? Did I miss something? And the same thing with all this diversity matters nonsense. Like I said, when the wokety wokes in the media started going off about diversity and representing things and BLM and yada yada yada, the Pretty Girls line, it was all ethnic dolls. There was a lot of buzz over those dolls, remember? When other people are getting the shine that Mattel's used to monopolizing, then they want to make moves. Then all of a sudden, almost overnight, it takes 3 years to make a Barbie, but overnight, the doll evolve just dropped out of nowhere. Give me a break. They know what they're doing. I'm not about to give them all these excuses. I can't give you guys all these excuses, Mattel. I'm sorry. Prove me wrong. Just prove me wrong. That's all you gotta do. It's not that difficult. You can do it. I believe in you. Tell me your guys' thoughts in the comment section. Were you one of the few lucky humans who actually were able to go into a store at the crickety crack of dawn and find you an Aaliyah doll in person? If you are, tell me how. How did you find her? Was she on a shelf? Did an employee have to go look for her? How long did it take? Were there a bunch of other people in the store trying to find her too? Were you the first person in the store to look for her, or were you like the second or third and they just had a whole bunch in stock? What's the most pieces that you know of that were in stock at your local stores if you had gone there and checked? On Reddit, I saw someone say their store had 9, which was like, where that at? We used to say, Mattel be sending the biggest stock of black dolls to areas where there's no black people. Then they'd be like, they don't sell. Well, duh. Put them in New York City. Put them in ATL. Put them in Florida. Put them in Cali. No. They're going to put them in Wisconsin. They're going to put them in Minnesota. Yep. Alaska. Right. When I lived in North Carolina, remember the hiker Made to Move doll with the real dark skin that people wanted to use as a body donor because black dolls don't sell? When we went to all the known popping off cities to find this doll, nobody had her. On a whim, we went to a teeny tiny little hole in the wall town called Whiteville. And you can just guess. I mean, don't base it on the name, but base it on the name. You can just guess what the demographic is primarily in this little town. Y'all, not only did they have an entire shelf filled with these dolls, they were all on clearance. They were all on clearance, and online at that time, the eBay scalpers were charging God knows what for this doll because she was hard to get a hold of. And everybody wanted her for body donors. Y'all, I don't got no reason to make this stuff up. What you think? I just want to believe that racism is real? Nobody wants to believe that, okay? Well, I can't say that. Some people live on the crutch of racism, so that's not true. But I'm just saying, no sane person wants to believe that they are at a disadvantage for any reason. And especially not me. I'm only half black, and I still have to deal with the racism. I should be exempt, right? My Asianness should exempt me. I should have Asian privilege everywhere I go. Such is not the case, okay? That's not the case at all. No, it's a real thing. That's just what it is here in the United States. Isn't it strange that this doll was so readily available in Amazon UK? This American black artist, who is an icon in my generation. We are the adult collectors that are buying up these dolls, y'all. Isn't it strange that Amazon, the US Amazon, is the mother branch of the company, okay? Amazon is an American company, but the UK version was able to have her at regular price on launch date, and she didn't sell out within 30 seconds. She was still available for like days afterwards. I don't even know if she's still available now. I haven't checked. She was available for a while, all right? Y'all don't think that's strange? That's what I'm saying. Like, are we in the Twilight Zone? If you don't believe what I'm saying, it's your emotions. You don't want to believe it, but it is what it is. It's too much evidence. Like, if we were in a court of law, Mattel, you'd lose this lawsuit because there's too much evidence against you. It's strange. I'm telling you, the United States is on some stuff. And Mattel is a very American company. That's all I'm going to say. Tell me I'm crazy in the comments section and why. Tell me your own conspiracy theories, because it's just fun to read. I like to have a lot of different people's perspectives on things. And tell me your experience about how you acquired this doll at Target. I just want to know about your experience inside the stores. If you failed at trying to get the doll, I would like to hear your experience. Let's share that in the comment section so that everyone who reads the comments can get some perspective and strategize what they can do next. Please don't buy this doll on eBay from the scalpers. Please, I beg you. Just wait even a month, okay? Let Black History Month pass. Maybe the prices even of the eBay scalpers will come down once February is over, because I'm promising you, the hype for this doll is being drummed up for Black History Month specifically because, again, with the marketing, my community, Black folks here in the United States, we sadly have a reputation as high consumers. We have a reputation for being the kinds of people that don't really think about the prices of things, if it's a name brand, if it's glitzy, if it's bling bling. People think that our people are just gonna go run and buy all of them off the shelves. It's a bad stereotype. As a Black person, it's not all wrong. It's based in some truth, but at the same time, there's a type of Black person that does this. It's not all of us. And sadly, because of the media and how hip hop portrays our people, the corporations that run things, they know how to milk this side of our psychology against us so they can make money off of us. It's very, very true. So unfortunately, that's a thing. This doll is being heavily marketed towards R&B fans, which most of them are Black people, at least in this country. It's just a sad way for them to get Black people's money in their pockets very fast. They're trying to get a bag on us in the month of February. Again, just my theory. Prove me wrong, Mattel. I think once the hype dies down, it's very possible that suddenly she'll be just popping up in random ass Target stores and you'll see her everywhere. It won't even be a struggle to get her, only because it's a Black label doll and Mattel knows that this doll is gonna sell. So it's not like they gotta wonder, you know? She's not about to go on clearance anytime soon. I hope that my prediction is correct, but you really got nothing to lose by just waiting 30 days. Husbands, boyfriends, spouses, significant others. If you have a partner who is dying for this doll and you don't have any other resource but eBay, despite the anniversary date, despite the birth date, if this person loves you, they will be patient, they will understand when you tell them, I heard a doll collector say that it's not a good idea to go and buy these dolls on eBay for exorbitant prices when the retail price is $55. Like, if you have a way to order from a European site that's charging just a reasonable price, even like $70, even with shipping included, maybe that would come to like $100. I would prefer that people do it that way than to go to the scalpers, honestly. Talk to your significant others. Tell them, hey, listen, I was gonna surprise you and get you this doll and spend $200 on it. But that's an emotional decision I would be making. I could save half of that money and take you out on a really nice date or buy you something else that you really want. If you could just wait 30 days, let's just see what happens in the market. Let's just see if the dolls don't pop up on March 1st at every Target location in our area, and we can make a fun day of it just going around looking. That's the kind of thing my husband would do, and I'm so grateful for all of these beautiful dolls that my husband has already gotten for me. You know, I didn't do anything special for him to get them for me. He just loves me. I can't, in my right mind, throw a temper tantrum because he won't buy me the doll for $200 and I just gotta have it for my birthday. Like, are you gonna die the next day? Like, that's an exception, okay? If your spouse is like a cancer patient breathing their last fumes of air or something like that and they're like, I want to hold this doll in my hands before I go, that's different. Please do whatever you need to do. But if that ain't the case, you don't need to spoil her like that, okay? If she loves you, and I'm just saying she because it's mostly the men trying to get it for the women, whoever your partner is, if they love you, the thought will count just as much. I'm just grateful that you were even thinking of me and wanting to do that for me. That's so special. It's so romantic. That's how she should be responding, not giving you an attitude problem, stomping around the house. Now, if you're a cheater and you got caught and you trying to make amends, then have at it. Give the scalpers all the money you want. Buy 2 and 3 even. Whatever you got to do to make up for it, try. If you don't already know me, I don't know why, you should. So make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you have your notifications turned on if they're not too annoying for you, but I'll take just the subscription. And make sure you're coming back over here to leave your thoughts in the comments. I love reading the comments. I can't always get back to everybody on time, but I try. Drop it in the comments. If all you got to say is a fart emoji, is that a thing? Just drop it in the comments, okay? And thank you to all my community members. See, this is why I love my pretty people over here. You guys are so helpful. Y'all have like the best information to share. Giving pointers to people, answering questions for each other, keeping conversations going, opening new discussions. I love that. I learned so much just from reading my own comments. So I love the positive atmosphere that we have over here. Since my last few videos, I have been experiencing some Lulus coming over here and saying strange stuff in the comments, but I feel like that just comes to the territory of YouTubing, so that doesn't stress me out. I actually kind of like seeing the Delulus in my comments because it makes me aware that the algorithm is showing my videos to newer people who aren't. I'm an advocate for diversity, even in thought. It's okay for us to not agree or see eye to eye. My only issue is when people like try to disrespect you personally, the content creator who's making this content. I come over here and try to abuse you. You don't know me like that. So you can try it, but like I said, I'll respond to you and y'all might not like my response. So brace yourself. I know I'm all goofy and smiley on here, but I'm a very serious person off camera. And when I'm in my comments, I'm not on camera. You understand what I'm saying? So watch your mouth. I gotta go shoot my very, very detailed review of Aaliyah, and for you guys who are waiting for the review, it's taking a little bit longer because I need to map it out. Like I need to write everything out that I'm trying to do, because we're not just gonna take her out of the box, show her to you. Hey, look at my doll. Look, it's Aaliyah. And then thanks for watching. Like I can't do a review like that. I don't even know how to do a review like that. I just can't. I gotta get very, very detailed and show you all the things that I wonder about when I'm looking at a doll that someone is reviewing. I find myself in the comments going, well, what about this? And what about that? And can you tell me about this? I don't got time for all of that, you know? So I'm just gonna show you that stuff myself when I do my reviews. So that's how I like to do it. So thank you for the patience. It's coming. I'm not about to keep her in the box. To the people who were able to get a hold of this doll, try not to, when you come online, whine about only having one or only having two. I know, emotions, but try not to, because we should be grateful. We should be grateful that we literally just lucked out on total chance, because some of us were on the website at lunchtime, ready to go, had her in the cart, and she disappeared when we went to go and pay for her. Let's not feed into the anguish of our fellow doll collectors by whining, complaining that we didn't get 5 copies of the doll for all of our family members, or whatever your reasonings are. Please. At least not for a little while. Let's wait until like at least 2 or 3 months down the line before we start whining online about it. If you got one even with a wonky eye, thank goodness she's got her hair parted to the side and you only need to look at one eye anyway. Let's try to find the positives in the situation and not complain about the one doll that we were able to get. It's just one of those things. Power to the peoples. I'm out of here. My name is Gypsy. You're watching Broken Dolly TV. Despite it being somewhat of a sad day, let's try to keep hope alive and all go have a dolly day.